My name is Jeremy Loya. The subject I was assigned is performance standards. The article I found was on the Office of Personnel Management. The website for that is www.opm.gov. The article was very good. It went in depth quite a bit with performance standards. It went through the many levels of performance standards, starting from the top, with the GM or head chef, what have you, all the way down at the bottom. It showed a pretty solid way to get through to your employees. It pointed out specifics on how to make performance standards a little bit more easier to follow, not lacking on the quality of standards, but just making it so that all employees are fully capable of performing to the highest, potential. The way the article actually defined performance standards is a performance standard is a management-approved expression of the performance threshold requirements or expectations that must be met to be appraised at a particular level of performance. A fully successful standard must be established for each critical element and include in the employee's performance plan or employee handbook. If other levels of performance are used by the appraisal program, writing standard for those levels and including them in the performance plan is not required, but it is encouraged so that employees will know what they have to do to meet standards higher than fully successful. I thought it was really cool that they used the term higher than fully successful. It shows that the ultimate goal is to have your employees do better than you think they can. Not trying to belittle employees or anything like that, but you have your own performance standards and you kind of wish that employees can go above and beyond, kind of go 100% or 110% at sometimes. The article really showed me how to get performance standards across to your employees, how to make them as specific as possible. You can say, I want you to cut oranges, and if you give that task to 10 different people, I bet you'll have 10 random shaped oranges being cut in supremes and slices and circles and all kinds of stuff. So the article explained how to take your performance standards for every little job inside of your restaurant or establishment, hotel. It really went through the progression, of writing performance standards. It said, you do a walkthrough before you even open anything like that. Obviously, you know that walk-ins have to be cleaned out, tabletops have to be sanitized, silverware has to be rolled. But once again, if you just go tell somebody, go clean the walk-in, go sanitize the tables, go roll silverware, not everybody's going to do it the way you want to do it, or the way you want it done. So what it said was just write down basic jobs, basic responsibilities, and then take that list and then make them as specific to your liking, as possible, so that no matter who it is, no matter what day, no matter what time of the day, no matter what time of the shift, when someone goes to clean the walk-ins, it is going to be cleaned exactly the same way every single time. Being in the culinary industry, everything is about repetition, everything is about being exactly the same, plating-wise, presentation-wise, taste, color, everything like that. So the article is basically saying just kind of take that motto, of just having everything in a row, everything perfect, everything the same, and kind of doing it throughout, not just focusing on the food, but focusing sanitation-wise, focusing on the way the silverware is rolled. If you want a certain way, then it has to be that way. So that's what I really liked about the article. As far as just personal opinions on performance standards, obviously there's going to be different performance standards written for each position, since obviously front of the house and back of the house are two completely different realms. But you guys are all on the same team at the end of the day. So with performance standards, for front of the house, let's just say you have a hostess, like, you can say specific things to them, like things that they have to do. Obviously, is check the phone, make sure there's no missed calls, if there's any reservations waiting, if there's people waiting, if things are just going crazy. You have to make their job as specific as you can possibly make it, so that your front of the house goes through service fairly smoothly. That's the optimal goal here. And then with standards and your employees, you really have to kind of bounce off ideas with your employees to make sure that they fully grasp what you're trying to throw at them, standard-wise. You don't want to set just unbelievably high expectations for someone. You don't want to be like, I want you to clean the ceiling fans, and there's no ladder, and the ceiling fans are 20 feet off the ground, and God knows what some servers would do to clean ceiling fans if they didn't have a ladder. So you really want to try to make your performance standards high, but not so high that employees just can't do it. I know most people in our industry, in the managerial roles, are kind of perfectionists. I think you can be perfect without being crazy. So that's always a good thing to kind of remember. With your employees and performance standards, there's always going to be the 1 month, 2 month, 3 month rule. Hopefully they can pick up standards and expectations as quickly as possible in order for their personal progression to go as quickly as it can, and so that they can be at like optimal performance, I guess you can say, as quickly as possible. And you as a manager, you really have to kind of hone in on your new people, make sure that they're getting it. You don't want anybody losing their job because they don't understand certain aspects or certain standards or expectations. So you really kind of have to talk to them, make sure that they understand it all, make sure that they're fully capable of doing it, and that not only are they just themselves capable of doing it, but that they have everything that they need in order to get the job done. The whole thing about performance standards is just trying to make your restaurant or hotel, what have you, just go as smooth as you possibly can. We work in an industry that's extremely hectic, has lots of ups and lots of downs, so having a solid foundation of performance standards is vital in order for your company to succeed. Anything from a small mom and pop restaurant to the Peninsula Hotel, everybody should have performance standards and expectations for all of their employees. I mean, at the end of the day, if your name is on it, you want it to be a solid representation of yourself. You don't want to you don't want anybody kind of shrugging their shoulders at your place. You just want your place to be as good as it can be. It sounds kind of cheesy, but it's really the truth. So as far as what I learned from the performance standard article, I learned quite a bit of things. Once again, I really liked how they broke down performance standards from just kind of basic to extremely specific. I like how they shared information about how you can relay your personal performance standards and expectations to your employees easier. So overall, it was a great article, and I learned quite a bit. Thank you.